here are some of my tips on how to reverse some of your symptoms. So thanks for commenting under my video. I'm just gonna talk about some really basic things, and I'm gonna treat you as if you are my client, right? So I don't have all the context, obviously. I don't know the details of everything about your life and your background and what you're doing and your daily eating habits, all the things. So I'm just gonna assume that a lot of these things are not where we want them to be. I'm going to give you tips to improve all those areas of your life, okay? So first of all, I'm not very familiar with PCOS. Actually, a lot of my clients don't have it, but I did do some research and look into it, and it actually sounds like very common things that can be improved with lifestyle changes, because from what I learned, that is PCOS is related to insulin resistance. And when you have more insulin resistance, you start to build up, your body creates more of the male androgen hormone. And when it comes to this hormone, then it causes PCOS symptoms. Basically, it's a hormonal imbalance, yeah? And also a big piece of the video you responded to was that your body was in chronic stress. When your body's in chronic stress, that also causes an imbalance in hormones, okay? So I'm gonna talk about a few things that are gonna help you get there. The first thing I want to talk about is insulin resistance. And so I used to be a dietitian. I used to work at the hospital in a diabetes center. So I did a lot of diabetes education on managing blood sugar levels and reducing your insulin. And so two things I want you to focus on is eating more balanced meals and moving your body. And I want to come back to this, but first of all, I'm going to share with you a 5-step acronym that I like to share with my clients. And this is something I encourage my clients to do every single day. I always joke around. I'm like, get your daily dose of these vitamins, right? And so they're M&Ms, and not the candy, but the acronym is just M&Ms, but with 2 S's. So it's MNMSS, M&Ms. And so it's movement, it's morning mindset, it's nutrition, it's movement, it's sleep, and it's stress, okay? So the first M is like morning movement. I don't know why I keep saying that. Morning mindset. So in the morning, oftentimes as women, our cortisol levels are a little bit higher. Cortisol also is related to our body being in stress. So in the morning, we want to do something that really allows us to calm down, okay? Hope you're taking notes. Take some notes. It's going to be really helpful for you. Then you can apply it to your own life. So morning, you want to do something that's going to bring you back to calm, because oftentimes, I'm not sure what you do in the morning, but most people I work with, they check their phone first thing in the morning and they're go, and they're on work mode and their brain is going all over the place. They're so busy, they're rushed, they feel like they have no time. And so we don't want to start off our morning in that state, because if people already have stressed out nervous systems, you're already in that fight or flight response, you want to get out of that response as much as possible. And that takes training the nervous system. So one thing I recommend you do in the morning is start your morning off, have a slow morning, whatever timeline that looks like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something, do something, please, to calm down yourself. So you can take deep breaths, you can journal, you can go for a walk, do some movement, listen to music. Like the options are endless. You can stretch, but it's more about tapping into what's going to make you feel calm, okay? So do that in the morning, and then work on your mindset, because your mind directly impacts your stress, which directly impacts your hormones. So the way you think affects everything, honestly. And so thinking and being mindful of how you're thinking in the morning, what you're saying to yourself, what your narrative is like, and how you're feeling about these thoughts, okay? That's the first thing. Second thing is N, right? So the first one was M, next one is N for nutrition. So nutrition, eating balanced meals. Back to the first point I made, you want to make sure you're eating balanced meals. What do I mean by that? I mean you have meals that have protein, carbohydrates, a little bit of healthy fats, and fiber. Okay, most people don't talk about the fiber piece. Fiber is one of the most important things to help you balance your blood sugars and reduce your insulin levels, which will then support your hormone health. So 2 things that support your hormone health and support balanced blood sugars is protein and fiber. I want you to make sure you have protein and fiber in all your meals, okay, as much as possible. Obviously, no one's perfect, but being mindful and asking yourself, okay, do I have vegetables? Vegetables are a source of fiber. Do I have a healthy protein? Cool. Do I have some whole grains, some carbohydrates that are supportive, like not white rice, but brown rice, or quinoa, or sweet potatoes, or things like that? And do I have a little bit of healthy fats, okay? Really helpful for you. So making sure you think about every single meal, okay, do I have these things? And every time you have a balanced meal, it's going to help you balance out your blood sugars, okay? And if you are eating a snack or you're eating something on the go, always be mindful in having some protein with it or having some fiber around it, because anything that spikes our blood sugars up affects our insulin levels, okay? Hope that makes sense. Next piece is your movement, okay? Movement. So the next M is movement. Movement and nutrition are two biggest things for blood sugar regulation. So make sure you move. You have a regular movement routine, which means you're doing something every single day. Yes, every day. I don't mean you have to go to the gym for an hour and a half every day. I just say you need to move your body. Go for a walk. Have a dance party. Go to the gym, go to spin class, go to yoga, go to Pilates, do a YouTube video. I don't care what you do, go move your body, okay? Moving is one of the most important things for hormone balancing, for overall optimal health, for especially after you eat a heavier meal or a meal that wasn't as balanced. Movement is such a beautiful way to balance your blood sugars. Imagine that, when you eat, you're putting a bunch of fuel in the car, right? And you actually have too much fuel, which is too much insulin, for example. So to burn off the fuel, you got to drive the car, which means you got to move the body. Hope that makes sense. Okay, next one is S, sleep. Building a sleep routine. This is huge. Not scrolling late at night, not being on TikTok until 11, 12 p.m., laying in bed on the phone like this. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure we are able to have at least like the morning routine in the evening, 5, 10, 20 minutes. No screens, to really relax, to decompress, to de-stress, to really bring your body to a calmer state. So whatever's going to help you do that. Same examples as the first one. Movement, meditation, reading, journaling, stretching, listening to chill music, whatever is going to help you bring yourself down to calm. And then from there you go to bed, okay? And the last S is stress. I could ramble forever. Actually, stress management is one of the biggest things I help my clients with. And so with stress management, there's two pieces I take to this. It's, okay, how can we work on our internal world and our internal stress? How can we work on our external world? So looking at, okay, what stresses me out? How can I work on that? Can I change it? Can I delete it? Can I make a change in my life to make me less stressed? Okay, put less on your plate. Stop saying yes to things you don't like things like that, okay? And on the internal world, how are your thoughts and the way you perceive things and the narrative you have, how is that affecting your stress levels? You know what I mean? Like that really impacts a lot of things. So building our stress resilience, building our ability to bounce back from things happening and not letting them stress us out, having a stronger emotional intelligence. So if things happen during our day, they don't stress us out, because we don't always have to be stressed. We have to train our nervous system back to that, to not go into fight or flight mode when we watch a TikTok. You know what I mean? So it's training yourself. That takes time, but just being mindful of when you're feeling stressed and then doing certain things to reduce the stress. So whether that's coming back to the body, taking a breath, and or actually doing something with your outer world, like saying no, like saying, hey, I can't do that right now. Actually, my plate is full. Setting boundaries, like saying, hey, I actually need to take time for myself. These all matter. Like there's so much more here, but okay, hopefully that helped. That was a long video, but I just want to make sure that you got the support you needed. Go implement that. Let me know if you have any questions. Follow if you like this, and share with anyone else that might use this information. But otherwise, you can do it. No, it's going to take time. No, it's going to be a journey, but if you stick to these things, get your daily dose of M&Ms every day, you will see shifts. All right.